Today is this year 2025 did not break you, it built you. So today we are going to learn so much. We are going to learn a lot about this year, and we are going to break it down depending on your goals, your visions for this year, what they were, because we are on December and this is the last month of this year 2025. And many of us had so many goals. So sijui kama uliachieve zako zote, wengine wetu bado tunangoja kidogo. There are those we achieved, there are those we didn't achieve, and we're still hoping, we trust in God that before hii mwezi ishi tutakuwa tumeachieve. So on to our word for today is, we are talking about the year didn't break you, it built you. That is our truth for today. And onto our first point, tunasema, you survived things you never talked about. So this year, you survived so many things that behind the scenes, behind closed doors, ni wewe mwenyewe unajua ulipitia magumu. People might see you smiling outside here. You might be unaenda kazi, wewe kwanza unakuwa jovial, wewe ndo unakuanga tu smiley ever, una smile 24/7, you are happy, but behind the scenes there are so many struggles, there are so many challenges, maybe kwa situationships na uwezi explain. So you survived things you never talked about. So this year's challenges or things, we have said that the challenges, the pains unapitia, sometimes you have not talked about or told anybody about them. So, but you still here, which means that God had a good purpose for you. God loved you, or still loves you, because he's still here. And also it means that the grace of God has been sufficient, because since January up to here, as much as you have gone through a lot, Mungu bado amekushikilia na bado tuko hai, bado tuko hapa, tunaendeleza injili na bado tunaendeleza kazi ambayo bado ametupatia. So in Psalms 34:19 says, the Lord delivers them from them all. The Lord delivers them from them all. So it means that people don't know the battles you faced, but the victory about that challenge, or the victory that you comes out after that, anybody can see it. Ile wakati unabarikiwa, wakati unainuliwa, wakati mambo yako imekuwa mazuri, people can still see it, but they have not been seeing the battles you've been fighting behind. So that words encourage us that the challenges we go through, the situations, things that happen behind this closed doors, behind things that where people cannot see, ni wewe tu na Mungu mnajua. So those situations, we went through, or you gone through this year since January, it means that God has delivers them from them all. So Mungu anatudeliver sisi kutoka kwa hiyo mambo yote tumepitia, kwa sababu anatupenda. And the fact that we are here, it means we fought those silent battles, but God has been there for us, has been there with us. He has given us the grace to go through them all and come out victorious. So surviving is not a sign of weakness. Unajua wakati ingine una survive, unasema unaanza kuona kama uwe ni mnyonge. No, it is a sign that, it is proof that God's grace has been there with you, has been sufficient. Because if at all you went through some situation or challenges and you didn't come out victorious, it means that there was not God's will for you to go through that situation. But if it's God's will, because some things happen for us, some processes or situations come to life in our lives, because God is preparing us for something good, for a better thing that is ahead of us. So surviving was not a weakness, it shows that the grace of God has been sufficient. And then they made it through some other. We have made through storms that others have been noticed, others have not been noticed. So God has carried us through. So surviving, you survived things that you never talked about. So if you survived and you're still here, it means that God's grace has been with you. So you are a survivor, and it does not mean that you are weak. It just proves, it is just that is the proof that God grace has been with you or has been with us. And another point is, what you lost was not punishment, it was preparation. Some of us have gone through losses in terms of umepoteza marafiki. Maybe you've lost you went for an interview ukupata hiyo kazi, milango zilifungika zenye ulikuwa unatarajia zifunguke, ama mwaka imeenda na bado hujaachieve hizo goals zako. Unaona wengine wameachieve, they give testimonies, you feel as if your life has been stagnant. Wewe usongi uko tu, wengine wanaendelea, wanabarikiwa, but uko pale. But it does not mean that God does not love you. It does not mean that it was wrong for you to lose those relationships. Some relationships God has kuna watu wanatoka kwa maisha yako ndo Mungu apate nafasi ya kukubariki, kwa sababu maybe when they are there, maybe ukibarikiwa wanaweza kusikilia wivu, wengine wanaweza rise against you, wengine they can do some things against you because of your blessings. People will envy you in so many ways. So God was protecting you from things that will drain you. So when you lost that friendship, when you lost that job, kuna kitu Mungu alikuwa na protect. So God was preparing you for something great. So that protection, labda hiyo kazi ungepata ingekuwa change focus yako, inakufanya unasikia watu una time ya, maybe you are a parent, you don't have that time for your family, uko tu focus kwa kazi, unafika umechoka, you are exhausted throughout. So such situations those are draining you. They might be draining you emotionally. Unaweza kuwa environment yenye watu they drain you mentally or emotionally. They are affecting you. So God was protecting you from that drain, that emotional. You might have suffered emotionally, or you might even mentally unakuwa affected. So many people have gone through a lot of pain. Unakuta mtu anaenda kwa depression, anaanza kufanya into drugs, vitu kama hizo. So what you lost was not punishment, it was a preparation. Maybe people that are around you, those relationships, tumesema examples of the relationship. Maybe you have friends, you are friends of inner circle ama the outer circle. Maybe if God blesses you when they are there, they might not be able to handle the capacity of the blessings or whatever God has installed for you, or the season. Your next season might be a very big season. Unaweza kuwa ulikuwa inuliwe kabisa, but if those people around you, if God removed them, if those relationships ended up, hata zingine zinaishanga tu mysterious, and you'll be asking yourself, kwani so and so never alinisahau hivyo tu, tuliachana, hata sielewangi mbona siku hizi hatuongei, mbona siku hizi hatuna time. Unaona, it is God sometimes has just is a process. Amewaondoa ndio pia wewe season, so that you can be able to stand on your own, ama your next season. If they cannot handle that capacity of your blessings, then God will have to remove them. So some people, opportunities and situations were removed because they could not fit where God is taking you. That is what you're saying. If such people, such jobs or doors that were opening, kuna wakati zingine haziwezi handle ile blessing yenye God anataka kukubariki. So John 15:2 says, he prunes so you can bear more fruits. The same way aliprune hiyo relationship yako na marafiki, the same way aliprune hiyo job, the same way ameprune mambo mingi, situations mingi kwa maisha yako, the same way alikuwa anataka bear more fruits so you grow. Kuna hindrances, people that you might have surrounded yourself with, people that hawana goals, hawana focus. So if you continue staying with them, you will not grow. So if you cut them off, depending on how you cut them off, not in a bad way, but if you cut them off, you'll find yourself unanza ama people who are positive minded, people who have positive energy. Watu si watu wa complain 24/7, si watu wa gossip 24/7. people who tell you where you are wrong, people who tell you facts, anakuambia mahali umekosea, mahali unafaa kurekebisha. Those are the friends or people you are supposed to keep around yourself. But if they are wameondokea, kazi imeisha, it is God pruning. It's God pruning those branches that ama hizo leaves, ana prune ndio pia wewe upate kugrow. So that is the word from John 15:2. So you learn from that point that what you lost was not punishment, it was preparation. We learn that we didn't lose them, it is God releasing them. Those friends, those wapoa, those people, it is God. If they have moved out of your life this year, watu tu wamekuondokea mwaka, usikuwe na pressure, usiseme umewa lose. It is God who has released them from your life, ndio pia apate kukubariki. And to a third point is delays aren't denial, they are divine protection. Delays aren't denials, they are divine protection. In this point, we can relate mostly on personally. Kuna vitu ulikuwa unaomba, as I've said earlier, when you begin the year uliandika maybe goals ama vitu unataka kuachieve hii mwaka, but some have delayed. Some maybe last year, maybe uliandika last year na bado hazikufanyika hii mwaka pia. It's not that God has not heard your prayer. It's not as if he has forgotten what he has not heard your prayer. Sometimes anakupatia time. He's just waiting for the right time, because God's timing is the best. So at times, as ourselves, we write those goals and tunajekea limit. Mimi kuanzia January mpaka March, I want to have achieved this. From March up to June, maybe I should have achieved this. But now imefika December na maybe you have not achieved whatever you achieved. So you think that Mungu hakusikia hiyo maombi. Ni kama hizi goals zangu hata vile nimeomba. So it is not that he has not heard your prayer. He's just protecting you. There's timing. January na unataka ifanyike January. Maybe when he has given you in January, it will affect the rest of the year. It will affect you in some ways in the rest of the year. It might bring so many distraction, or it might bring so many ile watu wanasema wanapitia vita, inaweza kuletea vita huku unatarajia.